Hey people, Anthony for Before Adventures. Quick video on fridge maintenance. I just want to say this Engel Eclipse, we've had it running for almost 10 years now in the vehicle, 365 days a year. It does get plugged on power, obviously on the hotter days, but the point is it's been running and runs the battery down a lot because sometimes it doesn't get plugged in. But I just want to show you a little bit of the maintenance and things you need to do. The higher the humidity, everyone knows, you know, like that cold glass of water with ice, and the water gets on it, the higher the humidity, the more water gets on it. That's the moisture out of the air. And what's happened here, you can see it's just starting to melt. That's just a little bit at the top. So we've had some humid weather. Every time you open the fridge, the air goes in, it's full of humidity, and then bang onto the evaporator. This is the cooling unit here, the evaporator. And you're gonna see what we've got here. We've got a lot of ice building up at the bottom, and it can be also down in between the evaporator and the casing of the fridge. So what you need to do, depending on your humidity every now and then, is you know, switch it off. And this has only been a week or two, but I've just switched it off now. We've got to let this ice melt, a bit of a defrost job, and soak all the water up, give it a clean out. A few bits and pieces fall in there. Bit of lettuce from the souvlaki hut the other night, the lamb souvlaki with the lamb back straps that we had out there in the Victoria High Country. Bada bing, check that out, right? So yeah, I am impressed with this fridge, but just wanted to let you know, don't forget about that because it'll just build up. Another way to make your fridge run more efficient if it's not full is actually before a trip you can freeze like 2 litre old, you know, say orange juice containers, whatever, and just have ice blocks in there because that'll help keep it cold and it'll take up the airspace. Even water, put more water in there, some big 2 litre bottles. If you happen to have spare space, say it's only you're going on your own and you're only a day or two and it's going to be really hot weather, it just, every time you open and close this fridge, right, obviously the air, you know, the hot cold transfer thing. So if you've got air, it changes instantly. As you can see, it's just instantly equalized, more or less. If you've got water, everybody knows water takes time to change temperature, a lot longer than air. So having fluids in your fridge, both in the house and in the car, keeping it full, is one way to keep your fridge a lot more efficient because every time you open it, you don't get that air transfer. And even the insulation is never perfect, so the more fluid you got in there, better. And of course, something that's really going to hammer your battery is running it on the fridge on freezer. And of course, running on what was I going to say? I was going to say something else. I totally lost. Yeah, I know what I was going to say, but yeah, running it in hot weather is obviously going to be worse. Opening it's going to be worse, but the worst thing is, I've lost it again. No, just joking. Okay, putting hot drinks in. So if you're putting hot drinks in, which you've got to do sometimes, but just beware. So the best time to put your hot drinks in is during the day when you're driving, whether you're traveling around, whatever. Get those in the fridge in the morning so the fridge can run while you've got the engine running or your solar panels out, and it can do its work during the day. So that way your fridge empties out slowly overnight as you're drinking those beers or whatever you're into or whatever food you're using, but at least you're not putting hot things in there because you're in 40-degree heat. All these fluids, you know, they're hot, you put them in there, it makes the fridge work really harder than even running it on freezer, if you know what I mean. Once it's on freezer and you've got everything cold and frozen, not too bad, but it certainly is going to use more power than on fridge. So the worst thing you can do is put hot things in there. So do that back at home while you've got it plugged on 240 volts if you can. That's what I try and do. But a reminder for us all about just get those hot things in the morning when you start driving, and then while the fridge is working, the battery's charging more than what it's using, well and truly. So happy days, and by the end of the day when you pull up at camp at 2, 3, 4 o'clock, everything's nice and cold. Bada bing. Get it out quick, don't let the kids touch it, close it up quick, and that'll look after your batteries best. Not that it's a concern anyway, because your dual battery, your second battery, is your sacrificial battery, if you like, so you don't need to worry about it too much. It's protecting your cranking battery so you can start the vehicle in the morning. That's it, guys. Hope you liked it, hope you learned something. Hit the like button if you did, subscribe, turn the bell, and check out our trips. Plenty of other videos to watch. Get yourself educated and check out the scenery. See ya.